When your parents were 25, they probably already owned a house. When you were 25, you were buying avocado toast. That's a joke, but it's also one of the most dangerous misunderstandings in America over the past 20 years. Let's look at what your parents' 25 and your 25 actually look like. In 1970, the average American house cost about $23,000. The average starting salary for a college graduate was about $12,000 a year. 1 year's salary was roughly half a house. In 2024, the average house costs over $400,000. A graduate starting salary is about $55,000. You work a full year, and it's not even enough for a down payment. House prices have risen more than 17 times. Wages have risen less than 5 times. That's the first crack. Now let's talk about college. Your parents could work a summer job at a restaurant and earn enough for a year of tuition. In 2024, the average cost of tuition plus living expenses at a public American university is $40,000 a year. Work a summer job for 4 months, and you'll make about $8,000. You're still $32,000 short. So you borrow, and you take on a student loan that will follow you for 20 years. Education used to be the staircase to the middle class. Now it's the first major debt of your life. Then there's work. Your parents joined a company after graduation. They stayed there for 30 years. They had a steady paycheck and a pension waiting for them. You'll change jobs many times after graduation. Nobody offers you a pension. You get a 401k, which is tied to the stock market. Your job and your future are nowhere near as stable as your parents were. Your parents also had a doctor. They got a cold, they went to see one, paid a little, and that was it. You walk into an emergency room today, and the bill could be $10,000. American healthcare is the most expensive in the developed world, but American life expectancy is near the bottom. You have the world's most expensive healthcare and a shorter life. Then there are children. Your parents raise you on maybe 1/5 of their income. Today, if you want to have a child, do the math first. Prenatal care, delivery, insurance, daycare. In America, raising one child from birth to 18 costs an average of $400,000. You're not choosing to be childless because you're selfish. You're choosing it because of math. So what exactly was the American dream? Your parents' version was simple. Work hard, save money, buy a house, start a family, retire. A stable sequence. Today, house prices make it impossible to buy. Debt makes it impossible to pay off. Healthcare makes you afraid to get sick. Education leaves both you and your child in debt. Every step of that sequence is blocked. But is the American dream dead? Let's look at another set of numbers. America's GDP per person has tripled over the past 40 years. The U.S. stock market is the largest in the world. American companies make more money than any country in history. That money hasn't disappeared. It's still there. It just doesn't flow to ordinary people anymore. In 1970, the richest 1% of Americans own about 20% of the nation's wealth. Today, they own over 30%. Meanwhile, the bottom 50% of Americans own only 2% of the wealth. You work longer than your parents. You create more value than they did, but you get a smaller share. So the American dream isn't dead. It just changed from everyone can make it to only some people can make it. And here is the cruelest part. You were raised to believe that if you worked hard enough, the American dream would be yours. So when it doesn't happen, you don't blame the system. You blame yourself. That's what the American dream really looks like now. It doesn't give everyone a real chance. It gives everyone a feeling called, "It's just not my turn yet." And you've been working for that feeling for years. Maybe you'll keep working, because inside this dream, you still have a sliver of hope. And hope is the only thing that hasn't gotten more expensive.